So you've seen the title and you've wondered who is James Jaay and why does it matter? So let me explain. So basically on my Twitch, which I seem to regularly talk about on the channel, on the 31st of December 2020, I was streaming and then one of the people in my stream, they texted my chat, yo, can you play one of my songs? And I'm here thinking that, oh, you know what? Fuck it, I'll give it a go. And then I play the song and then the song goes hard. And I'm like, yo, this song is banging.
I'm off a big pill, that's a 30. She see my money, then she started flirting. I think it's funny, say he wanna hurt me. He keep on talking, leave him on the gurney.
I look at the name of the guy, and the guy's name is James Jaay. But just the plot twist is, it wasn't actually James that was in my Twitch asking me to play the song. It was a fan of James that just happens to know me. The way we figured this out is because Cash the Kid, he was taking in all this praise, right? He was chuffed. He was loving that people was loving this song. He said, oh yeah, my Instagram is iHeartKino. So when I went on to the Spotify profile and I clicked on Instagram, I was like, yo, the Instagram that Cash the Kid linked and the Instagram that's linked to James Jaay's Spotify page, it's quite different. So I call out Cash the Kid, aka iHeartKino, and then he's like, oh, well, actually, truth be told, it's not actually me. I just really like him. I know him. I follow him. So I reached out to James. I texted him on Instagram and I was like, yo, somebody pretended to be you on my stream. I played your song, the chat liked it, I liked it, so I think it'd be cool if we done an interview together. I don't think I can use my camera because I'm streaming it. I think all I had to do was just deactivate my webcam from OBS, the thing that I was using to stream on Twitch, but I didn't do that. I didn't know that at the time, so I recorded myself with my Panasonic camera and I'm just gonna cut back from the camera that I recorded myself with to James. So you can't see me, but I think the chat can see you anyway. So James Jaay, the one and only, yeah. What's up, bro? You good? Yeah, sorry that it took me so long. So it took 58 days for this to happen. You live in San Diego, California, right?
Yeah,
I live in Dublin, Ireland. So like there was like an 8-hour difference between us. So like trying to get this sorted out was so difficult. So I texted you, right? Some guy pretended to be you on the stream because he liked your music.
Yeah, no, he told me about it too. He was like, yo, I was showing this Twitch streamer your music. Now I was telling him it was me. And then afterwards, I was like, nah, it's my friend. I'm friends with the guy.
So you know him, right? It's like iHeartKino on Instagram.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so like he pulled up to the stream and he had his name was like Cash the Kid or something. So I was like, what the fuck?
And
then
like,
yeah, and then like he was like, can you play my song? And I think it was My Bad with like that's with Mack, is it?
Yeah.
I think it was Phony actually that he played. And I was like, oh, this is actually fire. I wasn't expecting it.
You sell it to him though. He was one of the first people I did a feature for. Actually,
oh,
that's
shit.
kind of crazy.
So how long have you been making music for? Because it sounded really good.
I'd say like 2 years ago. So
2 years ago.
I started like summer of 2019.
Yeah.
So yeah. So like almost 2 years ago.
Almost 2 years ago. Oh shit.
I started putting out music like a year ago, I'd say.
Yeah.
I like started recording and stuff like summer 2019.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So like, did you start posting on like SoundCloud? Because like that's what normally people use. Because you have your songs on all platforms.
Yeah. So
right?
what I did, I started posting on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And I was just like telling my friends about it. I was getting like 20 plays on my songs, like
wow.
Just telling my friends about it, telling my family and stuff. And then I like looked it up. I was like, how do you get your song on Spotify and stuff? So I found like a distributor.
Yeah, like that DistroKid, yeah?
Putting out. Yeah,
DistroKid, yeah.
That's what I use. I started putting it out there. The first song I dropped, it was called Wow. Wow exclamation point. I don't have it up anymore. I deleted it recently because I sound like
was it just you or was there a feature?
Oh, it was just me.
Okay.
The first song was just me. I don't really know anybody that was doing music like that.
Yeah, so like what originally made you want to start then? So you started 2 years ago and then like what was the thing that made you like, oh yeah, I just want to start, you know?
Well, honestly, okay, so starting, it was kind of a joke. Like I was with like my next door neighbor actually. We were at his house and we were like playing beats on YouTube, right? It was like on recommended or whatever, and we were going through stuff and we were like starting like freestyle back and forth, right? So we were like and then we were like, yo, this is kind of fire, like this could be like a good idea, like maybe I should get some stuff and start recording. So I bought myself like it's the same mic. I've had the same mic forever, and Logic Pro X, which is the software I use.
Yeah. And
I just started recording from there, and I was just fell in love. It's so fun, like.
Yeah, like who do you think your inspirations are, like music-wise?
Inspirations, I would say one of my favorite artists right now is his name's Koi.
Oh,
He's
Koi.
kinda
Oh, you
underground.
fuck.
I like
Oh,
a
you
lot
know
of that.
Koi. Oh
You know
shit, yeah, I
Koi?
fuck with Koi. Yeah, because I found this song. They doing this music video for Hello, and then like I was like, oh, that song's fire.
Yeah,
so, like, and
yeah,
then,
yeah.
I think it's called Overcast, right?
Yeah, Overcast. He does
Yeah, yeah.
Overcast. He has a song called like Big on there, something
Yeah.
like that. But no. He's definitely a big inspiration.
Yeah, he's
I've
fire.
been listening to his music forever. And also, honestly, this artist Pasto Flaco. It's like too
I know
similar to
Pasto
his,
as well.
but, like, I love his sound. Like I think Pasto Flaco is definitely an inspiration.
Yeah, like I think he sounds similar to Tekka, and like him and Tekka have an unreleased song called like Sonic / Matrix 3,
Yeah.
and that
for
song
sure,
goes
for
hard.
sure.
Yeah, so like Pasto Flaco's also sick too. Yeah, so I'm glad that you listened to Koi as well, because like I've been trying to tell the boys about Koi.
Yeah.
So like James Jaay, so like that's like a stage name, right?
Yeah,
Your name was
yeah.
James. Yeah, so like how'd you get the name James Jaden?
Well, actually, so at first, when I first started putting out music, my
Yeah.
name was James, just all caps, and like,
Okay.
it was just the problem with that is like when I was uploading my music, it was getting put onto like wrong artist profiles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like it was just super hard to get like the name James out there, like just James all caps. Like you search up James and like James Taylor comes up. Like there's so many other like Jameses that come up. So like I was kind of like by like a couple months after I started releasing, I was like, I need to change this. And so I was just thinking about it. I was like, dang, what could go good with James? Like there's not really a backstory behind the J. It's just I just thought it sounded cool. So I was just like James something, like James, and I was just like James J. And it was gonna be just James and then a J.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yo, how could I make this cooler? I was like, okay, so I'll do James or Jay. And then I was like, wait, no, I'll do Jaay.
Yeah.
That's how Jay came to be.
Yeah, because I was wondering, because I thought that was like your real name. I was like James Jaay. Like I was guessing like that's just your first name, second name. Just...
Yeah, no, it's not.
Actually, how old are you?
I'm 13 right now.
You're 13?
Yeah.
FBI, open up! When you coming again? You do a fitting girl for your friend, yeah. I'm up in a band.
I'm 14 in
What the
June.
fuck? Jeez. Like when I heard you rap, I was like, this guy has to be at like at least like 17, 18. 'Cause I'm 18, so like you're 13. Yo, bro, you have so much potential. Oh my fuck. At 13, for real. And you've been making songs for 2 years.
Like 6th grade, going into 7th grade.
Honestly, man, you should genuinely keep it up, and then like, I'm gonna make sure, because I'm gonna make a YouTube video about this. I have to let people know, because I genuinely fuck with your music. I think it's really sick, and you're so young. As 13 is crazy. That, like, it's crazy how how young people are just like fucking just blowing up and just making mad music, because your music genuinely sounds good. And like, do you have like somewhere to record it, like other than at home, like a studio?
Well, no, I haven't gone to a studio. What I've done sometimes is I've been sending my vocals to like studio engineers.
Yeah.
But I mostly just record all my stuff at home. I got my own mix. Like I learned how to mix my stuff like on YouTube. Like I never really been to like a studio.
Oh.
Like a professional like recording studio with like a booth and everything. I never really been to one of those.
Yeah, because like I think I saw a picture on your Instagram. It was like you and like it was like there was like soundproof phone.
Oh
and stuff,
yeah,
so like, I thought that was a studio.
Yeah, no, so that's my friend's house. Kasim. He's a good friend of mine. He records a lot as well. He's actually featured on My Bad. He's Jaay Chronicles.
Oh shit, okay.
We recorded that song at his house, and he's got just like in his garage, he's got like a room, like a soundproof small little room. It's probably 15 feet by 15 feet. And he's got these little foam pads that he puts up against the wall that are like blue and black.
Yeah, because when I first saw that, I thought that was like your studio space. I thought, but just like you recorded all your songs at home. So did you record Phony at home as well?
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh shit.
And the featured Mack, he does the hook on the song.
Yeah.
We were trying to make a song for a while, and one day he lives in San Diego too, so he was like, him and his friend Mason. I have a song with Mason as well, Mason Miles.
Oh, okay.
Him and Mason were like, yo, we're trying to make a song. Like, this was back in summer, like last summer, 2020 summer. And I was like, for sure, y'all can come over. And so they came over. We recorded Fun. Another song, it was called Depends. Okay. It's another song on my summer mixtape.
Yeah.
So we recorded both of those songs in the same day, and D-Mack was just going crazy all day. freestyling all his shit. It was crazy. That's how I was recording with D-Mac.
So like, what do you do other than music then? Because you're still so young, like you're 13. So like, what do you do when you're not making music? You know?
Yeah, I'm really into surfing and skateboarding, and then I skate a lot. There's a lot of skate parks here in San Diego.
Skate 4 is supposed to be coming out. I don't know if you play like Skate 3, but just like I'm
yeah.
Like, have you been trying to get the PS5? Because like they're really hard to get right now.
I have just like the normal PS4. I don't even know what version it is. I got it from a friend. I haven't really been looking to get the PS5. I feel like it's too much effort. Like,
yeah.
I don't really care about like gaming like that. Like,
yeah,
that's
like you're just focused on
I do it
music,
for fun sometimes. Like, yeah, I kind of stream.
Yeah, the way it should be.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, so like you're in California, right? So I'd imagine that like COVID there is like insane. So like, what's it like?
Yeah,
like,
no, it's been really bad,
or...
and it's the vaccine's coming out, so that hopefully should be good. But I mean, they're just kind of like social distance and like wear masks. It's not like super bad. Like we haven't really gone back into like lockdown.
Yeah.
Like, but they've just been like in stores, they're really strict about like wearing masks and shit. But like other than that, it's manageable.
Yeah. Like, do you feel like it's affected like music or anywhere, or like motivation? Because it's affected my motivation personally, like COVID and shit.
Well, I mean, it hasn't affected like my actual recording. It's actually giving me more time to like record and stuff. Because normally I would just be doing stuff outside, like I would be surfing, I'd be skating, like. But with COVID, like when we were in lockdown, like last year, I recorded like a whole like 13-song album in like 2 weeks.
Oh shit!
I put it out. It's not up anymore because I ended up not liking how it sounded a couple months later. But it gave me a lot of time to like record and stuff. With the motivation, I would say maybe I was a little less motivated, but like not too much. Like it was manageable, and I could still record and stuff, and it was alright.
Yeah, like it sounds like you used the time during lockdown to like write more music, and like it hasn't affected you at all, to be honest. Yeah, so like what do family and friends think about like music? Because like when someone starts making music, especially like so young, I keep bringing up your age, but it's because like you make such good music at such a young age. So like that's what I'm thinking. So like what do family and friends think? Because I'm sure that like some people will be scared to start music, you know, because they might be like, oh, like what if my friends don't like it?
Yeah.
So, like,
well,
how do you feel?
I got a lot of friends that do music. Like a lot of my closest friends have been starting to like here and there starting to do music and stuff because I've been like showing them how to do it when they're over here. They're like, yo, let me try doing something on the mic, some shit like that. But like family, my parents, I think they like my music. That's what they say.
Yeah.
I mean, they kind of my parents, so they kind of have to. But yeah, my family knows about it. At first, I was kind of scared to put it out because I didn't know how people would think. But like, I started getting like really good like reviews from people and like good feedback on like what I could do, like to make it better. Like nobody was like, you know what I mean? Like I was motivated to keep doing it. Like I never felt like. At first, I was scared, but I'm not scared anymore like that. Like I'm comfortable putting out my music and I'm like proud of it like that.
Yeah, you should definitely be comfortable putting out your music because I genuinely just fuck with it. And like you dropped like Lemonade, and then like I think you dropped another song as well. Like all your songs so far have just been sounding great. So I recommend you just keep it up. Someone asked her like, are you familiar with any like Irish rappers at all? Like, I don't think you would be, but I just it was just a question there.
I'm not very educated with any Irish music, but I'm sure it's great. I haven't really heard. I kind of stick to like my bubble of music. Yeah. If that makes sense. Like for me, a song has to be like perfect, like or else I don't really listen to it like that. Like I kind of have like a playlist of songs I just keep on repeat because they're like perfect songs. Like in my head, they just sound perfect.
I see. So like, what are those songs in that bubble then? Like, what songs would you say that like they're perfect to you? You know?
Yeah. Well, I like a lot of Pasta Flacco songs. So he has a song called McLovin. And I've just been listening to that song on repeat. And then Coy has a song called Hollywood Traffic. That's one of my favorites by him. That song just never gets old for me. I'm trying to think of another one. I like a lot of Autumn's music. Autumn exclamation point, I think is what his artist name is. Yeah. And his song's still the same. Genuinely
still surprised that you actually know Coy because like I found out about Coy too.
Yeah.
Somebody asked her, Kenny, he asked you how long did it take you to write Phony, because it is a banger, and I genuinely do think it's a banger as well.
Oh yeah, so kind of what happened, but the backstory of that song, I was kind of talking about it earlier with D-Mac.
Yeah.
And Mason. So there was no planning behind that song. Like some of my songs, I like sit down, take like a couple days to like really write it and then record it. Like that's what I did with like Lemonade. But Phony, it was we found the beat. It was a YouTube beat. Probably.
Oh, it was a YouTube beat. Oh shit.
I love his beats. And so basically D-Mac came over here and we played him the beat and he was like really liking the beat and he just started freestyling. Like he wasn't recording it, he was just freestyling like in his head and he was like singing it out loud and we were like, yo, this is fire, like you should start recording this. Yeah. He records like 15 minutes later, he has the hook. Like I'm of a big bill, that's a third, like that hook, he has that in like 15 minutes. And then he's like, yo, you gotta get on this. Like originally it was gonna be his song. He does like the beginning part of it, and then I'm just in the verse in the middle. And so he was like, "Yo, you gotta get on the song." Like, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, this is crazy." Like, I heard the hook, and it just clicked. I was like, "Yes, let's go." And so the first day I think the first 8 bars of it, I like had to go. They had to go like 20 minutes later. They weren't here for that long. Yeah. And so I just recorded the first 8 bars, of the verse, and then I kind of just let the song sit. I didn't finish the verse that same day. And then the next day I came back to it and then I just kind of freestyled the rest of my verse and then it was done. Like the song, there wasn't a lot of thought behind the song. Like, the song was kind of, it was just like 2 days, the production of the song, I mixed it the same day, like, and then it turned out to be like a really good song in my opinion. So
it is a good song. Yeah, it's crazy like that. So I guess that like songs that like don't really have that much thought, don't really think about them too much, like those are the ones that like people seem to fuck with. Like, so it just seems like
that's my most pop. Sorry, keep going.
Bro, I cut you off way more times than you cut me off, which I apologize for, by the way. You're fine. Yo, I was just saying that like it's best to not overthink a song because like you're saying that you just done that like real nonchalant and then like it ended up being something like big, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And also my most popular song, I actually recorded that. That was a one night thing. Like I heard the beat. It was like one of the first searches when I looked up like Clario beat. I don't even know. Yeah. And I heard it and I was like, okay, we gone. Like it was one of those beats where you hear it and you're like, this is a banger. Like I gotta record something on this. And so I recorded it. I started recording it at like 9 o'clock at night, and I ended up finishing the song at like 5 in the morning. Like I was just grinding it. Like I just didn't stop recording for like 6 hours straight, mixing it and everything, and then the song was done the next morning. Like. Yeah, it's crazy.
I was just playing that like as the stream was starting. Like, what would you say out of all the songs you've recorded is your favorite? I'd say it's a hard question, but what do you think is your favorite song?
Like I think Phony was the most fun to make, but
surprisingly,
my favorite song that I've ever recorded, it's not even out yet. It's called Fantasize.
Oh.
And I can play a little snippet off my phone.
Oh, exclusive snippet.
It took me kind of a long time to record, but I think it's one of my, like, it sounds the best to me. Like,
yeah.
I like this song. Hold up, let me play it.
Yeah, no problem. Yes sir. When you start off music, you're like, oh, I just want to like, you know, just rap on it, but just then like you have to take into account like mixing and mastering like as you go on. So,
yeah.
So like how have you like gone through the process of that? Like have you reached out to people? You said that you were learning how to mix and master yourself as well, right?
Yeah, so I start most of my music is all mixed by me. I have like only a couple songs that I have actually been mixed by an engineer.
Okay.
But like most all my songs are mixed by me. I kind of just learned how to do it. Like I have an uncle, it's like really into like the music business. Like he's an engineer and stuff, and he's a songwriter. And so he was kind of teaching me like how to use the plugins and stuff. And like I was just kind of like messing around with it. Like I took like one whole day where I was just like, okay, I want to learn how to mix today. And so I was just recorded something into the mic, and then I would just play around with it, make it sound good. And so like that's how I got into it myself. But when it comes to like engineers and stuff, I have one Innovation Studios. That's the name of the one that's gonna mix this song.
Oh, okay.
He actually has a studio in San Diego. I don't know exactly where it is. I've never been to it. But basically I send him like the beat of the song, and then like the lead vocals, and then like the ad lib, and then like the harmonies all separate with no effects, no auto-tune, anything like that. Just like my dry voice. And then he goes in and he mixes it and he masters it after, and then he sends it back to me. So that's how I do it with like an engineer.
Oh, I see.
Somebody else that does it.
Yeah, so like so like most rappers when they start, like I'm guessing like did you use like a bunch of like YouTube tutorials, like look up how to do stuff?
I scrolled through all of YouTube, like every video I could find. Like it was hard to learn, but I feel like I kind of got the hang of it.
Yeah, because like it seems that like a lot of people when they start off, like they check YouTube. Like me myself, whenever I try to figure something out, I always go to YouTube.
I started off, I was like, I looked up like how to make yourself sound like Lil Tecca. That was the first video I ever watched. It was
I know you literally sound nothing like Lil Tecca. Like you've developed your own style. Yeah. When you rap on beats, like your voice, like I think it's like real, like low, like raspy. Like it's a real like chill voice. So that's why I'm still surprised about your age. But just a question here is they say some musicians make music and some make content. Like what do you feel you make? Like do you think like what you put out there is like art, or do you just see it as just like a good song?
I kind of just see it as a song, honestly. Like there's not a lot behind it. I kind of just put out my music. Somebody like likes it, like that's cool. Like I like that's great. I'm so like thank you so much. I'm so grateful for that. But like I feel like I don't put out. I probably should start doing this more, but I don't put out a ton of stuff like behind the scenes stuff. Like I don't put out a ton of me stuff like me vlogging and stuff like that. Like talking about my music a lot. I kind of just let my work speak for itself. You know what I mean? So I could always start doing more of that other stuff where I talk about it a lot more. But for me, I kind of just see it as like, oh, it's a good song. Somebody likes it. Somebody likes it. Like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and your work is definitely speaking for itself, because on Spotify as well, like 4,000 monthly listeners. That's pretty impressive. And then like coming again as like 13,000 streams. Like how did that feel? Just seeing like the numbers go up, especially on like Spotify as well.
Really good, honestly. It feels good. I feel like I hit my first 1,000 streams on this song called High, and it was the best feeling ever. I was like, I'm famous. I was like, don't talk to me, I'm famous. Like, it was the best feeling ever. Even though I'm far from famous, it was a good feeling.
You're definitely on your way there. So I feel like as long as you keep going, because you really seem to have a passion, and that's like one of the most important things to whatever like anybody wants to do. Like you gotta have passion, and you definitely have a lot of passion in what you're doing. So I recommend you keep it up. Like has anybody like high up reached up to you like on Instagram or like any DMs like so far?
Not anyone high up. I reached out to Koi about a feature, and he got back to me, but he was charging $500.
Oh, it's your 500. Oh, geez.
I don't know if I'm gonna be doing that anytime soon, but if I do, I'm definitely gonna be getting him on a song.
Yeah, I could definitely see like you and him on a song one day, because like genuinely, like I know I keep gassing you up, but just like the reason why I want to do this interview is because I found your music and I genuinely liked it. Kenny asked her, like, is there any instruments that you can play, or like is it just like all like Logic Pro?
Yeah, so I play the piano a lot. It's not in this room, it's in another room. I play the piano a lot. I like read music and stuff. And I recently started learning how to make beats. So the beat for My Bad, actually, me and my brother both made that beat, like the flute beat and stuff.
So like you have a brother, so like does your brother have any interest in music? Like you said, your uncle does like some music stuff. So like, does anybody else in your family have like music?
Yeah. So actually, I released a song. I think it was 2 weeks ago. It was February 12th. It was called Wonder Boy.
Yeah, Wonder Boy.
He's actually the feature on that song. So he's Cole Wynn.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we both do music. He's got a whole album out on Spotify, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like DistroKid is like really like helping pave the way for like new artists like yourself, because like getting songs on Spotify can be difficult, but just with DistroKid, like it gives you an opportunity to do so. So.
Yeah, for sure. DistroKid it's great for independent artists like me. Like I feel like if I would like sign to like a record label, like it would just get too complicated. Like I feel like it's good that DistroKid has their thing going where they can help small artists get their music on a Spotify instead of them having to be famous before they can. Like I think it's cool.
Yeah, because like signing with labels can be dangerous as well, especially with all these rappers coming up. So like so like are you saying that like you'd plan to stay independent, or like if the right check was there, like would you go with that? Because like you have a lot of freedom with music, you know.
It all kind of depends. So if the right check was there, then I would definitely go for it. But I also feel like if somebody were to offer me a record deal like right now, I would definitely say no, like because I'm so young. Like I feel like if I were to ever do something, I would wait until I'm like 16 or 17.
Yeah.
I have like more experience. Like I have more time to like get better and stuff like that, and like make the right decision for me. Like I would definitely stay independent until the right check is there.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want you to like sign to a label too early and then like they start taking control and you can't really drop songs like when you want to drop songs, you know, like you feel like restricted.
Yeah, exactly. That's another big thing. Like I want to be able to drop songs.
Oh, my camera just fucking died. Oh, Jesus. So like you record a bunch of your songs in your room. So like has there ever been noise complaints from like parents? Because like sometimes I'll try to record a song and then, like I'll be worried about my brother in like the left room or worried about my like family downstairs.
I'll just record whenever. Like my parents aren't too. They're not too worried about it. Like they'll come down sometimes late when I'm being too loud because I got these really big speakers. I can't like show them on camera, but I got these really big speakers.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm playing back a song that I just finished, I'll always be just jamming out to it. It's like I gotta just get the full experience of the song. So my parents will come down sometimes late, but other than that, I don't really get any complaints from any of my family members. But also when I was buying all my equipment at first, I got I was selling candy at my elementary school. In 6th grade, I was selling Sour Patch Kids for $1 each, and I made like $350. And I bought a mic, bought a stand, and then bought the Logic.
Damn,
so
you were hustling from young, man. You had the intuition from young.
Yeah.
You're selling Sour Patch Kids to people, making
Yeah.
businessman here as well. That's crazy. So like with your music, like I personally see it as like chill, like just like good like rap. But just like, do you see yourself as like a rapper or like an artist?
I would say more like artist. Cause like when I think of rap, I think of like DaVinci. I think of like Lil Baby. Like I think of like hard like rappers that are rapping on super like bass heavy beats that are just like you know what I mean? Like I would consider myself more an artist because I make music that's like supposed to be chill and like melodic. And like stuff to chill out to, but also to like turn up to, but I think mostly to like chill out to.
But just like, could you see yourself like maybe in the future, like as in like, could you see yourself doing styles like that, styles where like you're on like a mad bass heavy beat and like where you're going crazy like that?
Yeah, no, I could totally see myself on stuff like that. Like I've been doing stuff. Yeah. Oh, let's talk about that.
It's all good.
Okay, sorry. What I was saying was, I could definitely see myself in the future doing stuff like that. I just feel like at the moment, I don't have a ton of motivation to like hop on beats like that.
Yeah.
I never hear beats that are like super like those deep piano like NLE Choppa type beats. Like I never hear myself like rapping on those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I could definitely in the future.
Yeah. Like, there's no pressure. I'm not forcing it. I was just like.
Yeah.
So like, how many unreleased songs do you have? Because like that was one there. So like, I'm sure you've been cooking up. So like, you've been posting songs consistently, but like, I was just wondering.
So right now, I have like 10 songs out, and I think I have like 13 like finished and like ready to drop. Like I made a lot of music in the past 3 months, I think. Like before that, I would just make a song and then drop it. But like recently, I've just been saving songs and like just putting out like my best work. So I have, I think like 13 or 14 right now.
13 or 14? Oh shit, like ready to go. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But I think you already answered it, but just like, what gave you the motivation to start at such a young age? And also, what made you chose that type of style that you make, the type of melodic style?
Okay, well, the melodic style, what started motivating me to make music was like just me and my friends just messing around, freestyling and stuff. But the melodic style, I would say, kind of coy, honestly, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I've just loved his music for so long. I've been listening to him since like 2019. Like when he first dropped his first couple of songs, I was listening to him and I was like, yo, he's not even that big of an artist. Like, what if this was me? Like, because I've always kind of had a thing for music. Like, I've always just like humming stuff in my head when I walk around the house. Like, I always had a thing for music. And so when hearing Koi, I was kind of just like, yo, this is cool. Like, what if this was me? Yeah. And then I was like, let's make it happen. Like,
and like, how did you find Koi? Because like he came up in my recommended. So like, how did you like find him on YouTube?
Yeah. Well, so I was listening to a playlist on SoundCloud. And so when you're done with the playlist, there's autoplay. Yeah. Like it plays just a random song like based off of the music you were just listening to. So I had a playlist on SoundCloud, and Koi came up on one of the autoplays, and like normally I just skip through all that stuff, but I was like, yo, hold up, like this is low key kind of good, and so I kept listening, and then I like really liked the song. I went back and I played it again, and I was like, oh, this is really good. And so I went to his artist profile on SoundCloud. And I just looked through all of his stuff, and I was like, yo, this is all good. Like, I'm gonna just follow. And I've been following him ever since.
Yeah, I think that's it. It's been like an hour, basically an hour. So like I appreciate having you here. I think the chat also appreciates having you here. Someone said James J equals the GOAT. Yeah, because like your music genuinely is good, and like the chat seems to fuck with it a lot. I fuck with it a lot, so I encourage you to keep making music, keep going, because
thank honestly, you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and like you make most of your music in your room as well, basically. So like I think you have what it takes. So I just think that you should keep going.
Yeah.
Stay motivated. Don't let anybody tell you shit, because you got this at such a young age. You got this, bro. So
yeah.
Yes. So thank you very much for taking your time here. I'm glad that I was able to talk to you and like learn all about this. So I appreciate it a lot. So thank you, bro. Hope you have a good day. Wish you all the best.
You too.
Yeah, I'll see you, bro. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.